But I put a little light in here, guys. I'm looking for a room, so I don't have much of a scenery up here. So I don't mean for it to be dark, but I did put a little light. Again, I don't like a lot of light, but it's so serene and I can channel real good in the dark. But I wanted to come on, guys, and tell you, I don't like saying, "Oh, it's power." It sounds just so cliche as to say all this stuff. And I can't be anything but real with you guys. I can only give you my experiences, okay, in plain English. That's all I can do. And I think that's the greatest thing to do for one person. When I was doing the reading, I channeled a lot of things that was, you know, that was similar to what I go through in my life or what I have been through. And I vowed that after I wrote my book, that I wasn't going to speak on it again because it's over. It's my past, and that's where it's going to remain. But it's always a circumstance to where I have to still help people because that's who I am. I'm a child of God. And whatever God leads me to do, I have to do it. And that's why I'm on tonight because I want to tell you guys something. I'm speaking to both sexes, men and women, but mainly women. When you are in, and I know we've seen a lot of shows about this, and many people talk about it, but I'm talking about something that I actually been through this year, okay? And I'm gonna tell you something. No matter how low you think you're gonna live, and when I mean low, I mean a lot of people problem with staying in violence and toxic relationships is they get too comfortable. And they get too comfortable financially. They get too comfortable, period. Especially when you're in a relationship where the man makes more money. And it's more prevalent in um, homes where the finances are at its best. Okay? I'm going to say that. Because the material things is why you end up staying. And don't you tell me no. Speaking to the collective, don't you tell me no. Because I'm going to call bullshit on that. Okay? And you don't want to say it, but yet you'll die for it. Because that's what you're doing. When you make the decision to stay in an abusive relationship that's toxic as hell, you're now saying that I give my life to keep this lifestyle going. And I would give my life because I'm embarrassed. But it's more embarrassing to be in a abusive ass relationship with a toxic ass person that's beating the shit out of you all the time, where you gotta wake up fighting, going to bed fighting. I remember my ex used to come in my house and say, "Oh, we gonna have a long night." You know what that meant? This dude will fight all night long for no reason. I'm not kidding you. And again, the reason why I'm speaking on this is because I picked up a really terrible. I channeled in the Sagittarius reading a few minutes ago. Someone that would even the person I channeled, this the guy that was coming towards her was trying to rape her baby girl, and she was crying over this dude. And this is why I'm doing this video, because I take my gifts very seriously. I take my channeling very seriously. And since I've been through a lot of healing and a lot of meditation, I've got really in touch with the Holy Spirit. And so my channeling is really off the chain. And I'm just like, it's like I'm getting stories now. And I'm going to tell you something, and visuals. So I'm telling you guys, nothing is worth your peace. Most of all is your peace. And you have to really, it's like you're relearning life. It is actually like you relearning how to live. You know how people get in an accident and it may paralyze them, or it may briefly paralyze them. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. It may briefly paralyze them to the point to where well, not briefly paralyzed. You know, guys know what I'm saying. They may just be injured, not paralyzed, to the point to where they have to learn how to walk. That's exactly how I felt. Like I was learning how to walk again. After I left that situation, I was learning how to walk again. When I finally got serious about leaving that situation, I was so embarrassed when I would meet different guys and they would instantly know that something was wrong. Because, first of all, when you're in that type of situation, I'm going to tell you something that you may not even notice. You're very immature. You have no confidence about yourself. You can't, when a man come up to you, you feel, it's like, it's like, let me describe it. It's like you're childlike. All that is toxicity. And you may not realize it, but others realize it. I had to regain my confidence. I had to regain my self-esteem. I remember years ago, it was about 15 years ago, and I'm going to tell you guys, I think I've told you guys this before. I was walking, I had moved to Houston. I think it was like '08. We had moved back to Houston from Hawaii. And I had got a job in Houston. It's the first time I started working in Houston. And I'm going to tell you something. I would go into the building, right? And it was a group of guys that would stand outside the building. And the group of guys that would stand outside the building, they would be staring at me. But my confidence and self-esteem was so low. I would look at the guys like who they're looking at. Like, I was looking at them like, man, who they looking at? Because they was looking like, man, like they was looking at something so beautiful. And the saddest shit from that, they was actually looking at me. One guy, it took me about a year, and this one guy say, come here, Shay Shay, I want to tell you something. Why do you walk with your head down? Just listen. I didn't even realize that I walked with my head down. Okay? I'm a grown-ass woman. My kids was, all of my kids was grown at that time, but 2 of them. And I was like, excuse me? Didn't realize it. That's why people wonder, why do you keep saying this? Why you wrote a book? Because a lot of people don't get in depth with abuse. You may be doing things you not even realize you're doing. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize I was walking with my head down. You couldn't tell me I wasn't confident. You couldn't tell me I didn't have self-esteem. But I had none of those things. And when a lot of you guys come to me and say, well, Shay, how do you date? I can answer that now. I couldn't answer that before. Because one thing about it is you have to clean all those things up. Because you have them type that's out there that prey and hoard on women like that. They can see that shit coming a mile away and they will use your ass. I had one of them too, but that's not a real man. A real man is going to say, what the hell is wrong with you? Why are you acting like this? Who the hell you been dealing with? That's a real man. And a real man is not going to want you until you fix whatever is ailing you. They're going to call it out if they care. And I actually had somebody to do that. I actually had somebody tell me, look me in my goddamn face. Don't look down to me. Because they knew. Okay. When you know that a person is supposed to be in your life, they come to edify you, uplift you. Not you're going to be with someone and you be at your lowest level. No, you're going to grow. There's going to be growth. When you with someone that's high frequency, you're going to grow even more with that person. Yeah. When you know you somewhere you're not supposed to be, is when you keep falling, you keep getting at your lowest. And people want to say narcissism, narcissism, narcissism. My ex-husband's a narcissist. And I'm going to tell you the frustration as to why you have no self-esteem, no confidence. It's not just because of the emotional abuse or the physical abuse. It's of all the fucking games that they play. That will have you having anxiety. Okay? That's where anxiety comes from. They'll lie and call you after they've been hoeing the streets all day. And then they'll call you and say, oh, I've been calling you 7 times. You didn't answer your phone. Or you don't see me calling you on your phone. And you'll look at your phone and know damn well that you don't have no missed call from this person. But that's the type of bullshit games that they play. I'm just breaking it down for you. Because, see, people say these things, but have they lived it? They tell you textbook. I'm telling you what I've lived to help somebody out there. Or, here's a real nice one. When they say, when you go to work and you leave your kids with the father, and the father goes, tell the kids that he's going to Walmart or that he's in the backyard when he's really at a club down the street. All this abuse, guys. Don't let that, don't allow that. And again, I'm making this video because of the reading I just did. Okay? All of that is to put you in fear. You start being fearful of things. You don't realize it. Because that's your anxiety right there. So you get to a point to where you're totally, it's like it's like you're disabled. Okay? This person's slowly breaking your ass down to where you're at your lowest and don't even know it. That's like people say they woke and they don't even know that they sleep. That's for real. Those are the type of things. Also, why you see a lot of women in prison, because they're pushed. Some people are pushed to the point to where they can't take it, and they end up killing the man and or woman. Not telling you to do that, but I'm just saying. You know, I thank God that I was strong. And even though being strong, you should never stay in a situation like that. You know how embarrassing it was in my age to go out there and date, thinking I was the shit. You couldn't tell me nothing. And not knowing, okay, when I had low vibrational guys coming at me, of course they're not gonna see it. They're not gonna say nothing because of what? They're toxic, okay? But when you start elevating and healing, slowly but surely, you're gonna run into a high vibrational person, and they're gonna see that shit a mile away, and they're gonna call you out on it. That's embarrassing. I'm just telling you. And what I mean by learning how to walk again, I had to up my maturity level to the point to where I had to get more mature. And I was like childlike. It's like when somebody locked in prison, they can't grow. So when someone's abusing you, of course, they're going to abuse you to where you can't leave the house. You're going to just go to work, come home. Some people be abused to the point to where they can't fucking go to work. Okay? I mean, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I fought him. And I think that's why my situation was different. I fought against him. I was like, put your hands on him if you want to. I put him in jail. I didn't sit there and let nobody beat on me. Now, don't get it twisted. And I had a father at the time. So my father didn't play. So he would attempt to abuse me, but I would fight back. But I was still toxic. Okay? And that made me an angry person also. So can you imagine after leaving this person, I had to relearn all these things? And then when someone would come at me, I'd be like, okay, I'll talk to them. You wasn't even healed enough to talk to anybody. Man, it's going to rain again. And I'm going to tell you, on the last video I told you guys I was going to tell you, I don't talk my business on here anymore because of my own personal reasons. But I'm going to tell you something. This person still have not stopped trying to contact me. I have cut all ties. And this is what I mean. In order for you to truly heal and get where I'm at right now, your mind has to be strong. And you have to be ready to lose everything you have. In Jesus' name. People say, oh, God this and God that. But do you really know God? Because that's the only man you're going to put your trust in. Because when you try to leave, that's the first thing they're going to do. Is try to hold back your money, try not to divorce you. Because the best thing you can do to an abuser or a narcissistic person is to take yourself out the situation. Once you take you out the situation, then it gets dangerous for real. Yeah. You know, I look back at a lot of things now. Maybe about a year ago, my ex-husband called my son and told my son he was dying. And I didn't realize that I called someone I knew and I said, I told this person when my ex-husband's dying, It's making me feel kind of sad. Can you come over? I was still toxic and didn't even know it. And it was somebody that I was just starting to talk to date. Now, what the hell you think that person thought of me? But when I thought about it, I thought about it the other day when I was meditating. I said, "Oh my God, I wouldn't want to be with me either," because that sent a message right there saying to that person that you still care about this person. So why the fuck am I here? But you think you healed at the time. No, you're not. And people want to talk about hermit mode. Oh, because it sounds good. When you know that you're on your healing journey, is when you can be by yourself and happy with being by yourself. And you can listen to the Holy Spirit. Silence is powerful. I'm telling you guys. It's not easy though. Oh hell no, it wasn't easy. A lot of people's calling me, Shay, why you not on your channel? How can I possibly guide you guys if I'm still lost? I'm woman enough to say it. And that's something my daughter used to tell me, and I used to get when she said it. Mom, why do you want somebody? You're just gonna destroy it. That's what she used to say. Until you stop dealing with dad. This is what she told me. I'm not kidding you. And that could be answering his calls, anything. Nothing good is gonna come your way, Mom. I was mad as hell. But you know what? That little nutbag, she was telling me the truth. She was telling me the truth. How in the hell you manifesting something good when you still in a puddle of shit? Even if God had something good for me, at that time I would have destroyed it. You have to make up your mind to walk away from the toxicity of the abuse. And I don't give a damn if he say he have $1 million waiting on you. Do not deal with that person. And that's what I did. Even I told my sons, I don't care if he fall off a bridge in Houston, Texas. Don't call me. I was serious. I wouldn't give two F's if he laid in the middle of Highway 288 and got ran over. That's when you know you're ready. It sounds harsh, but that's when you know you're done with the bullshit. And that's when you are aligning yourself with being in high frequency and trying to heal yourself and going on your healing journey and on your healing path. You're on your way then. I'm going to tell you a story. Just recently, I blocked his number because I'm not getting a new phone. I need a new phone, but I'm not changing my number. Okay? I'm not running because I'm not a fucking prisoner. And he called me a few months back from a different number. And mind you, I thought it was my baby son. And he actually was asking me to be with me. And I started laughing. I was like, oh man. And I'm going to tell you how he said it. This for all the ones that don't want to leave the material things and the abuse. Because when I lost my daughter, he thought, oh, she at her lowest now. Man, I can move in for the kill. This is how sick an abuser is. This is how sick they are. So, of course, that was his child. They had to call him We both had to make decisions on everything. Not bringing it up, but I'm just letting you know. So, in saying that, he thought that he could take advantage of me like I was going to give in. Let me tell you something. I told this piece of shit, he said, oh, I'm buying a house. That's how he came, material. I'm buying a house. And I'm buying a beautiful home for you. That's how he talked. And, you know, I want my family with family. All of my kids are grown. I don't know if you missed the boat or you stuck in time, brother. And I'm thinking, man, we can get back together. Baby, let me tell you something. I wouldn't give up if you buy a Rolls Royce. No. 1022, as I say that. Google that angel number. I am not kidding you. And I'm like, is this man serious? He called my oldest son off the hook, begging my oldest son for me to go meet him somewhere and be with him. You know what I told my oldest son? I said, you know what? I said, I'm going to get myself together and I'm going to move. Because when I lived, before I moved in this condo, he had found out where I lived at. And I said, He would try to do pop-ups. Just listen. Thinking I'm weak. And I said, okay, this is it, Sharon. I'm done with this foolishness. Because even if a man wanted to be with me, I can't be with them because I have to worry if he gonna pop up at the house, and that's too much. That is too much. And people can see the change in you. What's wrong with you? Why are you acting like this? Why are you rushing to do certain things? Yeah. Okay. Let me tell you what I did. I told my baby son and my oldest son, after I did all that with my daughter in Atlanta, I said, I'm going to tell you something. I said, I'm getting ready to disappear. And they was like, Mom, what the hell? I'm getting ready to disappear. I was serious. I said, enough is enough. I can't take no more. Yep. Done with the plan. Yep. You can call me and say you have dead. You can call me and say you're bleeding out your ears, your nose, your ass. I don't care. I'm telling you. And mind you, this man is very sickly. And I said, okay, no problem. One day I came home, I told my son, I said, I'm about to move. And to be honest, I didn't know where I was moving to. And this condo, long story, just came about. And when it did, I didn't play no games. And I told my two sons, I said, you know what? After the first year, I'm going to be gone. I'm leaving. I said, nobody's going to be able to find me. I said, the only person going to be able to find me is my baby son. I was serious. And my baby sister. I was dead ass. And I disappeared. I forgot what day in January, but I think it was for the freeze. That was it. That was it. And that's when my healing journey began. My true healing journey began. Because I said to myself, I want true love. I want to know what true love is. I want to know what it is to have someone that respects you as a woman. But how can I ask for that if I wasn't respecting myself? I wasn't with him, but when he would call one of my sons and lie about, oh, I'm sick, I'm doing it, I would have heart for him. And I didn't realize by me having a heart for him that he would feed on that. I thank God I never went back with him you know, never went backwards with him, like being with him, and that's just gross. But that's how he was trying to reel me in. Yeah. Because see, if I reel you in and start fighting and arguing with you again, then you're gonna go backwards, and guess what? You're gonna become toxic again. That's the truth. And you're giving him your power. You done lost all over again. So I don't want this video to be too long, guys, and I don't want to tell all my business on this video, but and it's another situation I want to tell you guys about. If you guys go back, I think it's like 2 years on my videos, but I had a girlfriend, not a girlfriend, but a friend that was a girl, and I had to get rid of her as well. She called me the other day because she was telling me about her health or whatever. So I went on and answered, and she was telling me some disturbing things, like she was being very mean-spirited is what I mean. And I told her, you are handling me like if I was the person you knew back then. That person is dead and gone. I put her ass in her place so quick, she didn't know what to do. I told her never to call me again. I left you in my past and stay the freak in my past. Don't surface back up for no reason. I don't give a damn. And this is what I try to tell people now. It sounds mean. It sounds like, oh, Shay being... No. When you are on a healing journey and you're really trying to seek God for real, all that toxic shit is behind you. No matter what they say to you. Because that's, you know, when Mercury retrograde comes about, people laugh at that. They think that's not real. That's real. That's when all the people from your past come back. And really the Holy Spirit testing you. Okay, Shay, you say you was done with him. Let me throw this at you and see. You believe in me? You believe in God? Let me show you something. You think I'm playing? I am serious. I started having people come back from my past. I told my little sister, oh my God, this is crazy. It was 1 week, me and my little sister had so many people, toxic people come back. We were like, oh no. I said, girl, I'm going to dump myself in Lake Minnetonka. She was like, we made a joke of it, but it was serious. It was for real. Mm-hmm. And when you do evil things to people, nothing but evil follows you. My son tells me he seen his dad one day. He started laughing. He was like, Mom, why does this man look 20 years older than you? Yeah. He's sickly. He looks really old. He had got with his mom. His mother was very toxic. And he had got with his mother and started doing evil things to me behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. And you know what happened? He banked on doing so much evil to me with his mother. He didn't bank on his mother dying. He lost his mother 4 months after he lost his child, his only daughter. Mm-hmm. And his mother was not an older woman. She was a young woman. I've seen so many people get there, and it's not funny, and I'm not saying it's good for anybody, but look at the track record of people that stays and hurt people. And once you leave them, God is going to show you and reveal to you. Look at this. He used to tell me I was going to be homeless. My kids tell me he's homeless. Mm-hmm. Everywhere he stays, he can't stay there because he's so toxic. He argues with people. It's not that he don't have the money. It's that he's just toxic. Yeah. So I finally told my kids, I only have 2 sons left, and I told them I don't want to hear it. Don't tell me anything about him because I'm moving on in my life. So this was a message to help somebody. Go buy my book. And it's not just for you guys to purchase it, it's for you to really hear my story. And it's an easy read, but when you read it, is you won't help you're gonna cry. But I've been through a lot. And to meet me now, you wouldn't know that I was toxic. You wouldn't know that I was toxic at one time. You know, I even had a guy that was trying to talk to me. And I put this person in their place. I was like, you got the wrong somebody. Because they were trying to do some slick shit. I'm not that person anymore. And I told somebody one time, what you get from me and what you see of me, I don't do that with everybody. I have to really know you and know your spirit, and I have to care for you. I'm not as easy with being a certain way anymore. Very high frequency, you know. Very loving and kind person, but I'm not with the foolishness no more. I'm really not. Foolishness don't live here no more. Drama, toxicity don't live here no more. And that's 1033. It's another angel number, guys. Google that. This is what I'm telling you. In order to heal and in order to find someone that truly loves you and a good, healthy relationship, you have to be serious about closing the doors on all the bullshit. No matter if it hits you financially, no matter how it hits you, you have to be serious about closing that door. Because when you close that door, God is going to open other doors. God is going to say, man, she's serious. So we're going to bless her with this. I've been wanting to write a book since I was with my ex-husband. Never accomplished it. Because all the toxicity and arguing and fighting hinders you from anything positive. My son called me one day, my oldest son, he was laughing. He said, Mom, I bought your book. You don't have to go on witness protection plan. It's not funny. Because I told my story. And I told, I put my ex-husband out there. I even put his name in there. And he was like, you going to have to go on witness protection. He was laughing. It wasn't funny, but we made a joke of it. So, again, I hope my story reached somebody out there. This is what I do. Again, I hadn't been on in a long time because I was doing some major, major, major healing. And it was a long journey for me. But thank God I made it. Okay? So I love you guys. If you would like a reading from me, you can Gmail me at Sharon Phillips 788 at gmail.com, or you can text me on my phone at 361-766-0228. Do not go backwards. It will hinder your growth, your spiritual journey. And not to mention, you don't know when you go back in an abusive situation when it's your last time, because it gets worse and worse each time. And it becomes more dangerous for you. And you don't know what that person is capable of. It's not a game. It's very serious, guys. And this is what amped me to make this video. But I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful night.